Yeah, Judge, if you'll hold on just a second. All right, test. Making sure you guys can hear me. Let me know in the chat, por favor. Drivers have updated. Microphone's been moved. Got Grandma staying over here with us currently. She's kind of in my office right now, so she might have bumped some things, but it looks like we're good. Test. Audio's looking decent. Switching over, yeah. Music shouldn't be too loud. Yeah, it's down. Sounds good. What's up, Phil? Hope you guys are doing well way up north. I think we had a conversation a week ago, back and forth on Twitter. Dude, those bikes, those Suzukis, those RM250s are like stupid rare. And they are like one of the greatest two-strokes ever created. Back in the day when Travis Pastrana was doing really, really well for them as an amateur, and then like went pro when he was like 16. They specifically built those last RM250s like for him. That's why they're so tall, because he was abnormally tall for motocrossers, for like 6'3", I think. But anyway, welcome to the Rainbow Trend stream. We'll get going. Looks like the mics are going. This guy Rainbow Runner throwing it down. We're gonna hang out here for about an hour, and then we're gonna head to the Discord. And you guys, what's the Discord? It's Rainbow Trend's Discord. It's like the best Discord on the internet besides Moonshot, one of my OG homes. And if you're curious, it's no paywalls or anything with the Discord. It's right here on the website, rainbow-trends.com. You can find out the Discord link there. And then we open up the whole stream up to whoever wants to talk, do open mic, talk alpha. I'm going to have to cut a little early for me personally, though. Wife's having surgery tomorrow, so I'm going to hang out a little bit till about 10 p.m. So it gives me a good bit, 30 minutes to an hour. We can hang out in there. But if you're curious about Rainbow Trends, why the charts look the way they do, check us out at the website. You can actually now join for just as little as $10 if you want to try us out for a month. The first month's heavily reduced if you want to find out more about us. The other thing, too, is we've had some new guys hang out with us lately. Or I say hang out, join with us recently. Check out the website, click the indicator, and it takes you to this page that has a further breakdown of the colors. Some of the newer guys overlooked this, and then each of these indicators has a longer description with some videos and some additional reading. I'm well past due for doing some tutorial videos. It's been real heavily focused on the YouTube stuff, but we will. I'm gonna do some really nice videos now that I'm like well seasoned in video editing. I joke Pantaga, but at least I have a 12-core CPU to do it now. Because man, is video editing really hard. I'm gonna do some better stuff, because the tools, like frankly, if you look back what the tools were like a year ago, it's crazy the evolution we've had with new tools as well as input from the OG users. The amount of stuff I get back from you guys here is crazy. Constant talks with the guys in the Discord, asking if things are possible. We try to do it. So anyway, moving on to the stream. As always, this stream is intended for is not considered to be financial advice. It's for educational purposes only. Even if you were to mistake it for financial advice, this is really bad financial advice. This is technically an art show. So on top of that, good news. For real, all jokes aside, really good news. The first donation campaign for the Rainbow Trends like anti-ad campaign was a success. We made really good friends with the our local pound, and we're setting up for our next delivery in June. And if you don't know, basically kind of said I'm tired of sending my ad revenue budget to Meta and not doing anything. So I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and donate it to the local dog shelter, because dogs are always kind of been like in the background vibe of like the Rainbow Trend fams. And so we're doing donations, and shout out to one of our favorite Rainbow Trends traders, Mr. Trader Stacks. He did so well last month trading, he decided to send a somewhat anonymous donation specifically for the pups. So wasn't something I was expecting people were wanting to do, but I'm gonna open up like a donation link, I guess. People are starting to ask if they can help donate to the cause. I'm gonna donate on their need list for this shelter, regardless. whether it makes sales or not. I'm just going to put those good vibes out there. And it's frankly where we like some of our best dogs of all time. You know, I recently lost my beloved blue heeler mutt after 12 years of family life. Grew my whole family life with him. He came from the shelter for $50 and was in real bad shape. And I'm a big supporter of them. And I'm just going to keep doing this. And you guys are going to keep seeing rainbow bandanas on shelter dogs. And we're going to keep donating stuff to help them hopefully get as many of those dogs and cats adopted as possible. I'm going to try to get a cat photo on the next one. Just no guarantees. And if I'm lucky, dime, I'll try to make it an orange one. But anyway, special shout out to them. Trader Stacks, he sent out an extra donation. If you're interested, shoot me a DM. I'm basically, whatever you guys send, I'm just going to go buy extra stuff from Walmart before I deliver it. There's some real special things they need, like exact dog foods and certain types of toys. They don't just want general stuff, all general stuff. But anyway, and if you guys haven't known, we've been putting a lot of work in the Rainbow Trends YouTube channel. So please like, comment, and subscribe. All the stuff we do, like there's no, the amount of time I do editing is pretty crazy. We're just trying to build this up. So we actually broke 300 subscribers. So shout out to all the people that helped me kind of get the editing and stuff going. We archive all the content on here, as well as starting to do clips and stuff like that. So all the major streams, and then we do little clips of the major little alpha stuff. So if you don't want to listen for the full 2 hours, but anyway, we have got some really cool stuff I want to talk about. First one up, if you guys aren't familiar with the Kanpai pandas, it's a different culture out of all the other NFTs. Oh, saying the mic is sketch. It should be good. Test, Fletch. I'm sorry. Is it all good? Mic looks good on my end. Is it good? Let me know in the chat, please. I can hear. What's up, RJ? So Kanpai pandas. It says I'm not lagging. If you guys don't know, the pandas actually acquire like points, and you can donate them or enter them into raffles, which is pretty interesting. It's kind of interesting take on actual functionality to NFTs. Regardless, it's not like goofy raffles, and I wanted to show you guys some cool stuff. Like they actually have Superbike Championship tickets that people can submit and win. And to also kind of balance this out, they always have like really cool stuff like fights, UFC, all this cool stuff. Like the sports bike stuff's pretty cool. Hopefully they get some motocross stuff up there soon. But they also do stuff a little differently. Dude, I think, yeah, they do have the Formula One in Italy. They also have gunship helicopter range. So apparently the Kanpai panda owners can get in a helicopter and shoot guns. So this is just kind of crazy and out there, but you know, whatever. It's not hamster racing, but it's up there. And no, it's cool stuff, and I just wanted to show it because like this is like what your NFT do. That's actually kind of cool. You can like raffle off stuff. So anyway, love those dudes. Always been a big supporter of their vibes. But to the markets, if you guys didn't know, Ryan Salami got sentenced to 7.5 years today. If you don't know who he is, he was one of the nastier individuals at FTX that I very much despised. Frankly, he was one of the nastiest dudes of the gang. He's very high up. Co-CEO of XTX, really bad. One of the most hated guys on my list of FTX. He crushed a lot of the DeFi protocols way back in the day, just absolutely abused them. But I get to finally update where is the gang list. So FTX CEO SBF is behind bars. Caroline is to be sentenced. Gary Wang got a plea deal, and Trabucco, Sam Trabucco, the other Sam, is still missing. We don't know where he is. The court documents never revealed he had a plea deal like Gary did. But we got Salami, so we got to add another X. 7.5 years for Salami. So actually, they actually persecuted him and gave him more time than the prosecutor actually requested. So he's a proper pile of expletives. And as you can tell, it was not bullish for FTT token. So FTT is now trading at $1, 1.6. And the fact that it still trades on Binance, I think, is a really nice joke by CZ. Not gonna lie. But yeah, market didn't like it. Did not instantly pump now that two of them are now in jail. But I'm joking a lot. There's also a lot of pain here. FTX destroyed a lot of lives. Beat my chest on about them being evil dudes for a very, very long time. We got a few people out. And this kind of fallout wasn't directly related, but it is kind of something I did want to bring this up. One of our most beloved, one of our OGs of the OGs, the Rainbow Trends family, actually got 97% of his funds back from Gemini. So just wanted to give special thanks to Playmaker, as always. Much love to Playmaker. As well as Runner myself, tagging him on a bunch of stuff, as well as this guy. I don't know who this is yet, Ram. For helping him understand the legal jargon. This was monumental recovery for my family and I. So notice he put family up first. That's kind of like what a lot of this stuff is about for a lot of these dudes. And that dude went through some anguish for that. Now, it wasn't like directly related, but definitely the fall of FTX flipped a lot of the other companies that were kind of underwater anyway, and it rolled for months into other people and kind of destroyed them. But dude, like, luckily he got out, got 97% of his funds back. So is it the greatest thing ever? No, but it's really, really good. There's a lot of people that still haven't got their money back from like Mt. Gox, and there's a lot of people that'll never get any of their funds back from other stuff, and it wasn't even their fault. It's just like corrupt on the other side of the website that looks like legit. So keep that in mind. For real though, much love Esk has been with my group for a very long time. So if you notice the guys who are tagged in blue, cyan, or purple, that's my real special tribe guys. Anyway, wrapping up FTX a little bit. If you didn't know, during the SBF trial, this absolute unit of a man was the bodyguard for Sam Bankman-Fried. And Sam Bankman-Fried was in court for weeks and back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And this guy was always escorting him. And he looks like very, very interesting. And apparently, like a year later, he's actually been identified. They're kind of joking that it's a secret Illuminati, blah, 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 blah. But this is the actual guy who was escorting Ghislaine, I don't know how to say her name, but the associate of the whole Epstein thing. He was escorting her around in SBF, what's kind of crazy. But they actually identified his name. His name is James P. Harkins. He's a private investigator as well as a actor, and was in The Irishman and also was in the last Joker movie. So I was heavily vested trying to figure out who this was. And now we know. And you're going to ask yourself, can we do anything with this? Absolutely not. This is the most worthless alpha. And like I said, this is not financial advice. So, you know, you're learning your worthless data for the week. We know the guy, and apparently the bodyguard for Sam Bankman-Fried has an IMDb page. So the truth be told is, my question is if you have a bodyguard who's not really a bodyguard, but he's an actor, and you can't tell the difference, is it the same thing? Is it the same level of like safety and security? I don't know. Just think about it. You got a big tough dude who looks big and tough, but he's not really tough, but he acts like it and people believe it. Same thing, right? Not really sure, but it's interesting. And if you're ever bored, because this week's been pretty boring, right? A lot of federal cases just got settled on the big guys, so I'm gonna stay out of that one because I really don't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole today. But anyway, Sean, always much love. Much love. And also, shout out Esk again. Shout out Esk always. He tagged me in Twitter that this came out. I wasn't even looking. I might have overlooked this, and we wouldn't be having this wonderful discussion on trading alpha. So, moving on. Very, very happy with that. If you didn't know, SEC approved Ethereum ETF, and they were also ordered by a judge to pay $1.8 million in damages for abusing its power against a crypto company called Debtbox. So I don't care who you are, short of like blatant fraud. If you're going to take the SEC to court and fight and actually pull some out of it, some wins, let's get it. This dude is acting a fool. Big fan of Coinbase legal counsel. Giving these guys hell as well as the other people that are. And like I said, it's no news now, but the Ethereum ETF was approved. We've been talking about this for freaking months. It hit the exact day to a T that we called. No one cares, right? But it's approved officially, right? But the next stage is actually getting this thing live. The spot ETF Ethereum funds are not live yet. They're not traded yet. But what's cool is, hey, today the SEC told Ethereum ETF issuers to get the first round of draft S1 forms in by Friday. And you're gonna ask, what's that, Runner? I don't know. Something they got to do. And it got 922 likes. We'll make that 923. Oh shoot, 964. The viewers are watching. That's the truth of it. It's coming. It's approved. It's coming. It's bullish. Is this really news? No, the other decision was really, really the big news. And frankly, Ethereum, it's kind of stalled out. And my old projection actually played out when I got called dumb bear. Wasn't dumb bear. I freaking love Ethereum. It's my second biggest bag of all time. But I do know colors and when they paint. And that's kind of a sneak shot to, if you see these red squares, this is actually a sneak peek of the updated machine learning reversion bands. We're adding alert markers. So you can do alert markers. And this actually isn't the updated one because you can actually change the icon too. But the idea is you can do alerts. So these little red squares, you can actually set now automated alerts so that the tool will email you. So in the middle of the night, if Doge pumps 50%, your phone will be sitting there going zzz, 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 and it'll tell you, hey, reversion bands are firing off. You need to wake up, dude. So very, very, very big update. So shout out to our guy Pixa, who remains stuck helplessly trying to install microphone drivers. But anywho, moving on to Ethereum. Moving away. Realistically, guys, this is real simple. I'm holding Ethereum. May or may not be, right? This is not a financial stream. I'm just gonna keep holding it. I don't care. ETF approval. Okay, I'm gonna look long term. I think 2025. It's really gonna be our year to maybe start talking crazy things and maybe exit positions when people don't want to. But we shot up into this order block. This is the king order block from the last time we hit 4,100. We're going to chill here and wiggle. And then we're either going to take it or we're going to roll back down. Frankly, you got to realize, markets can get real weird, especially with this Trump trial thing. But, whatever. If that happens, I'm cool. I don't care. I'm just accumulating. I don't care. What's up, ma'am? So that's my thoughts. We're at the top of the order block with these order blocks. You print it through, strike through it, give me some freaking volume. I'll double down more, right? Rolls back lower. ETFs are coming online. I'm just gonna do my thing and be boring. And you guys who are scalpers can rub it in my face. But speaking of ETFs, as of today, this was yesterday. No, hold on. It's a few days ago. It happened this recently. IBIT is now the world's largest crypto ETP with $19.7 billion in assets, and they've overtaken Grayscale. Grayscale has has sold over 50% of their crypto holdings. Their Bitcoin holdings, which is huge. And BlackRock basically ate it. And I need to update this because the Fidelity numbers just came in. Always, as always, shout out. Shout out Farside. Link in the chat. The 997 is the one you want to check. This is the greatest flow data. It's all automated. Wait a minute. ARK sold 100 million? Way to go, Kathy. Fidelity bought 120. And Grayscale numbers are not in yet. And that's probably a glitch. I don't know. We'll see. Either way, if you notice something, the totals have been positive for 2 weeks straight now. Price is not really at all-time highs yet, and it's just kind of going sideways. But I can tell you one thing, eventually, these sellers, however long it'll be, are eventually going to wear out. Grayscale, frankly, is running out of coins. We keep the tab on this. I need to update my tracker. I haven't done it in a long time. Mind you, it is beyond tedious to track that thing in Excel, but they're down to 286,000 total Bitcoin. So you can actually track this on the Grayscale website and see that. It's real boring data, but you can see that, hey, they're getting quite lower. Another thing I wanted to point out, we don't talk about this all the time, but we always want to be on the mindset of if the miners are hurting, if we need to like watch out for our miners. We had the Bitcoin halving and hashing rates went down, which is expected. A lot of equipment that was profitable was no longer profitable. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. So, hold on, give me 1 second, RJ. Yep. Anyway, their hash rate's back up. Now, hash rates are very, very low. It's take a while. The data is real jittery. But the trend of hash rates continuing to go down kind of ended past month or so. So it's really interesting. Past month, I guess, past 2 weeks, it's actually been increasing pretty substantially. It's one of those things I kind of want to watch every few weeks, but not go too crazy with. But end of the day, you guy runner likes increasing hash rates and he likes seeing miners not capitulate. But moving on, when Bitcoin hits $900,000, right? I'm kind of in this camp. I don't really want a Cybertruck, even though I do have one on order. I want the cheap utility Toyota. I'm not gonna lie. They made this cheap truck, which isn't gonna be sold where I live because it has, I don't even think it has airbags, but man, I want this thing so bad. Ugh, it's a little stick shift diesel too, and it's beautiful. So I'm very, very jealous of anybody who's living in a country where you can actually buy one of these. You have no idea. Like, I've been driving Toyotas since 2009? No, 2008. And I absolutely love their trucks and their off-road vehicles, as well as their cars. But the trucks in particular, I absolutely love. Specifically Tundras, but I would buy the hell out of this if I could get my chances on. But maybe one day we'll be able to reverse import them. I think we can only import up into like mid 2000s currently. I think it's 20 years. So maybe 20 years I'll be able to get one of these. So we'll see. What's the engine size? I think it's like a 2-liter diesel. Like it's itty bitty. And it's not supposed to be fast. It's just supposed to be a $16,000 truck, right? And these dudes have already lifted it. It's crazy. You can even buy, like, you can get these so stripped down, they don't even have a headliner. And they got like roll-up windows. Like, that's it. It's pretty cool. They literally said, like, what can we build? That's just a frame and engine. And that's really what they came up with. But moving on to more serious things. Guys, I have been so swamped with work, supporting some oil field projects this week. I have not really paid attention to the whole celebrity thing, but apparently Caitlyn Jenner dropped a token. And I just kept scrolling and I started ignoring it. But apparently this caused a huge shit show on crypto Twitter. Even Trippie Redd got involved. So shout out Trippie. I actually really like his music. Pretty much, I don't know. A lot of the sound, the more SoundCloud you can get with the more facial tattoos, and I'll dig it. So you may not know that, but I'm a big Trippie Redd fan. But he released Bando, so that's a thing. Is it bullish? Probably not. But shout out Solana. Shout out Solana. That's all I can say. But as we talk, I could care less what Iggy Azalea launches on crypto. I don't care. I'm not going to interact with it. I don't know, whatever. But I will tell you this. Please give me my hamster racing back. That was the most fun 2 weeks I had in my life with crypto Twitter. I want it back. I really, really want it back. But speaking of Solana, guys, I don't mean to beat my chest, but Rainbow Trends played out on Solana to a T. Not gonna lie. And shout out to Malifestro and Doppel for trying to get me to buy this damn token below $20. Because I didn't want to touch it because of Alameda. And I'll be damned if it didn't, 10x. But the moral of the story is we got up to this tall order block and we didn't send through it. We rolled over and we actually, even though this looks like a little inch or two on the chart, this was actually like a 40% pullback. It was really gnarly. Now, for me, I'm content when we get close and can touch this. That's 90% of the journey. 90%. You come back from the lows, you want to go up to the highs. That's fine. There's like breaking through all-time resistance is crazy hard. Whales have to sustain volume. That's not sustaining. And the coolest thing you can do, ride this damn thing up and just like pump your brakes. I'm going to go sit in stables for a while. Just wait for crypto Twitter to go absolutely mental when it breaks these all-time highs and can actually sustain it for like more than a swing failure pattern wick, right? Just chill. Ride this, avoid the last bit of chop, and just set an alert. Set your alert here. Hey, go look at Sol when it's above 265. That's it. That's it. That's all I'm saying. We got close. We got like 90% of the way up, and then it just rejected. And the volume didn't fall through. And then we started having the whole issue where like Solana started having like more failed transactions than completed transactions, which is not a good look. But, you know, Sol, will it recover? Update? Yeah, sure. Does it have a lot of people behind it? Does it do really cool things? Yeah, it does. Can it do a lot of things better than Ethereum? Yeah, it can. Is this time tested? No. Is it as reliable? No. Lower fees? Sure. It's got good things. Is it better? No, not in everything. But this was the front runner of the crypto industry. When everything else was kind of down and out, this thing ran, and it ran hard. It was one of the first things to go back to the all-time high recovery. So you need to pay attention to it. This is likely going to be something that stays around multi-cycles, in my opinion, and I don't say that about many coins at all. Coins, I think, if you put a gun to my head, what's going to be relevant in 2030? I say relevant. What's still going to be on the coin market cap's like top 100 list in 10 years or in 5 years, whatever, 6 years? Ethereum, Bitcoin, Litecoin. That's really it. If you go back and look at the altcoins from like 2013, they're not on the charts anymore. You go back and look at like the 2017 runs, a lot of them aren't here anymore. So it is what it is. But I think Solana is sustaining itself, and I think it's putting itself into a position to where it can actually do some really cool things. But the technology itself is also kind of an issue because people have like literally like, hey, look, I can launch 250,000 NFTs for $300 on Sol. It's so cheap. Well, that same mechanic is like exploited, and then it gets spammy, and then like there's God, I forgot the stat. It's like 2,000 or 10,000 coins. New coins are launched on Solana like every day. So just be careful. Just be careful. But transitioning a little bit. S&P. Fed Williams says we don't need to be exactly at 2% rate cuts. This has been something that Hotpins and Doppel have talked about for a while. Not necessarily that they will ever get to 2%, but the talks of like actually getting there, as well as admitting 2% isn't really the target. It's really 3% now because we're never going to get to. That's kind of a thing. Something to kind of keep point of. Do I keep crazy minutes on Williams like Doppel does? No, I don't. But it's kind of interesting that they're actually saying it. So, and of course, there's my guy 9K saying, just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. But S&P 500, my favorite tradfi ticker, because it's so volatile. Kind of broke out of our channel walk that we had here. We printed a daily top. So shout out to the daily runner top on on D1. Really, really good. This is really boring trades because this isn't a lot of percentages, but it's damn good. And this week we actually had, not this week. What was it this week? No, last week. Last Thursday we had the S&P 500 all-time high, and it's kind of rolling over, and we got an H4 top, but you know, those can be kind of temporary, but they're pretty good. Something we need to watch. Especially like you want to talk about TA versus price action and news and everything else. A lot of this is going to be affected by that jury verdict that just hit today. I don't care who you are. That's going to be a big deal regardless of what side you're on. Things are off the map. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys right now, it is absolutely storming and downpouring right now. So if my power goes out, I definitely can't run this big of a slide deck off my phone. So bear with me. And but it looks like we're good for now. So we're going to ride this until it dies. But S&P 500 all-time high A lot of the other smaller markets not doing so good. Am I going to get super bearish? S&P 500's over $5,000. This is great stuff, but stay on top of it. Maybe time to lock in. Who knows? Not that this is financial advice. Another thing I'm not so crazy about. Say finally really launched the V2 that we have been freaking talking about for months. And as you can tell, the whales were extremely bullish, extremely excited about the version 2 launch, which we've been hyping up and seeing all over crypto Twitter for a very long time. The price didn't really do anything. Not so happy about this. I'm still bullish on the tech, but I think Say is starting to not pay as much attention to the social influencers that they need to. I think you can build the best tech in the world, but you can get out memed by Litecoin. That's a thing. So you got to be kind of cognizant of that. And my guy Say, our 9K, I'm gonna drop his post in the chat. That's his thoughts on it. He did a really nice write-up on it. And he speaks much better than I do. So it's worth a read. He's got a really interesting take on it. He's still bullish on it long term, but he's still upset. Like this V2 launch was not, should have been the coolest thing ever, and it's not. And then anyway. So yeah. Was really hoping. Now the thing is though, is the Say V2, we're gonna see what they actually start building with it and see what doing with it. And if the tech's really there, the bots are gonna start prioritizing it. If the bots start prioritizing it, it's gonna get attention. So anyway, if you didn't know, Cardano have announced that they have sided with Robert Kennedy Jr. I didn't know I needed this picture in my life, but there's Charles with Robert Kennedy Jr. Probably talking all thing Cardano and smart contracts that complete like 10 smart contracts a day. So cool, bullish onboarding. To be honest though, I think he's actually gonna maybe ruffle more feathers this year than people expected. We're gonna see how the DNC primary or the conventions go. He may show up. I think he's pulling in double digits too right now, which if you're going to have a presidential debate and you've got a candidate who's polling above 10%, he kind of technically deserves a seat on the floor to talk. And if this guy gets on the floor with like Biden and Trump, especially with Trump behind bars, it's just going to be a fun show for everybody. But as with ADA, the connection with Charles has not been bullish for price action. The Robert Kennedy photo did not pump price. If anything, it dumped price. So be very cognizant of your Cardano. If you can't tell the sarcasm, I'm not really big on Cardano. For a lot of reasons, whether they're right or wrong. But by the way, there's a Mali bait right there. Low, retest, higher high, send. Mali bites on those all the time. But anywho, since we are talking politics, I wanted to transition to this a little bit. If you didn't know, the Joe Biden campaign has begun reaching out to key figures in the cryptocurrency industry, seeking guidance on crypto community and crypto policy moving forward. This is big news because a few weeks back, the Biden administration started claiming they were going to veto a bunch of the crypto bills, the SAB 121 in particular, which I need to check if it's made it to the presidential's desk yet, and then read the Constitution to see how that plays out. But I think once it hits his desk, he's got 10 days, not including Sundays. But long story short, a lot of that stuff's kind of backfired, and they saw a lot of people on like crypto Twitter like say, hey, I'll vote single issue over this crypto. If you're gonna say you're not cool with this and you're against blockchain, I'll vote the other side. And they saw a response that was really not known and respected or understood. And they saw a lot of people say, I'm done. Team Blue, I'm going red over this. This is, all things aside, you're going to keep attacking blockchain. And the White House saw that, and now they're actually responding to try to pivot, to try to get those voters back, which is actually kind of interesting. But with that being said, I have it on good sources that the White House campaign has officially reached out to BitBoy. So if we get BitBoy as a crypto advisor to the White House, simulation confirmed. This is a simulation. That's all I can say. I don't like any of this stuff, guys. Like it's all chaos. No, I don't like it. It's not good. I don't care what side. We're not happy with how this is all playing out. But if it is going to play out crazy, let's go full hog. And BitBoy White House, this guy may come up and do a press conference at the White House. He might. Like that's in the cards. Whether we want to talk polymarket bets on that, but the White House is eventually going to be rolling out with social media with crypto influencers. There's only a handful of them that are going to be on that level that the White House can find. BitBoy is one of them, so it's going to be real interesting. Maybe they won't pick a guy with that many mugshots, but I don't know. But it'd be real interesting. Anyway, moving on. Nvidia, all-time highs. And just a reminder, a lot of the people that I say like you should look up to, whatever, you know, I'm real big on like finding your tribe and finding the people that your OGs and then learning how to read them. Don't just try to chase 20 different rabbits. You're not going to catch any if you chase that many. And trying to follow all these like big figure accounts isn't really going to get you into anything long run. But just want to do a quick reminder. That little red circle is where Cathie Woods capitulated. One of like the most renowned, what do you want to call it, firms in the world. They capitulated on Nvidia before one of the greatest rocket candles of all time. What Nvidia is doing now is really unprecedented. The AI revolution is just absolutely going crazy. So shout out Cathie Woods for capitulating, but this is the truck that doesn't stop. So help you God if you try to short this. So help you God if you try to long this thing late. You are damned if you do, damned if you don't. We were streaming it down here. I remember it vividly in 2022. And it went all the way to 134, and now it's all the way up to 1100. So it's crazy. It's painting insane paint. There's no way around it. Now, with that being said, the AI revolution is now and will likely continue to be fed by Nvidia products. There's other competitors and stuff, whatever. Your king of it all is Team Green. So keep that in mind. So, like they're even using their own AI technology to design their own AI technology chips. Like it's absolutely crazy when you hear the CEO talking about it, and he's like, "Yeah, these new chips we're developing for AI is basically designed by AI and prioritized by AI. All our troubleshooting is done by AI, processing on our own chips." So this is just crazy. It's awesome. We're gonna have to feed the AI industry, and if you don't really know why this is so much like it is, the big break to really dumb this down, because this is like higher level, and I'm not a full stack dev, let alone AI dev. Really, the breakthrough of like OpenAI is what they found out was if you feed a basic AI algorithm more hash power, it will increase the IQ of the output. And essentially what it's saying is you can have a base case for an AI model, and if you keep feeding it more processors, it will linearly improve the output. So because you got to remember, it's like AI really didn't have much breakthrough for decades. AI has been talked about for decades, and it's the programming for it has not been crazy breakthrough. AI comes out, changes the game. That was the game changer that they bet all the marbles on, and it's paid out. But the problem is with that model, you have to feed it hash rate. The more hash rate you feed it, the better it gets. And Nvidia is the chip manufacturer who feeds these data centers. So this is going to keep going up as long as AI consumption goes up. And right now, AI shows no signs of slowing. This is like a tech bubble beyond all tech bubbles because it's not really a bubble at this point. It's ridiculous. We haven't even seen the full, like, we're only seeing like glimpses of it in what we can see in like real day life. So keep that in mind. The big thing we started talking about in the Discord this week was like power consumption. The US grid is not the greatest in the world. It has a lot of problems. Like handling the load of a lot of the EVs on the West Coast tends to turn the lights out on a lot of people. If you don't know, these NVIDIA chips eat a ton of power, and they need a very specific type of power. They need stuff with a high base load that doesn't deviate. So what does that mean to non-techie people? They need steady, heavy-duty power that will stay online. So what that means is data centers that use a ton of this NVIDIA product, they're not looking for solar. They're not looking for wind. They're looking for stuff like nuclear and fossil fuel. So one thing noted recently, Amazon bought a data center that's literally next door to a nuclear facility. That should give you an idea of where this may be going. And I forgot the ticker from Hot Pins. Man, was it NNU? Does anybody remember the ticker? I'm going to look it up now on the website or on the Discord. I'm going to try to find it. I feel so bad. I forgot, but there was a really cool post from Hot Pins. He was like, hey, take a look at this nuclear ticker. And it was actually doing really, really interesting. So I got to check that out. But regardless, keep an eye on this one. If NVIDIA keeps going, you're going to start seeing other sectors struggle to feed this, and prices likely going to go up on those sectors. So anyway, moving on after my NVIDIA rant. If you guys didn't know, the beloved dog behind the Doge internet meme has officially died. Kobusu has passed away. So shout out. Regardless if you knew this dog or not, he's part of crypto. NNE. He's part of crypto. NNE is the ticker, sorry, for nuclear. Very sad. I just lost my doggo this year too, and I'm still very, very heartbroken. So sad to see him go. I'm glad he got a fun life out of that one. Like, I think Vitalik even met the dog. But Doge, still not doing crazy. If you looked at my old like theories on like how SHIB and Doge are going to play out, SHIB and Doge typically do this, then they go sideways, and then it's flip a coin time. The market, the whales either come in and pile in, and we go for another leg, and then we dog leg out, or price goes down. I'm still watching this, especially on SHIB. SHIB's the one I'm actually like more interested in at this time. SHIB's a little more volatile, but you can see this is doing the same thing it did like 3 years ago, and I've got huge streams. I got write-ups on the Discord. I'm not going to go into it in crazy detail, but so it's starting to curl up. It's looking like it's not going to full bark down. So if that's the case, we're going to be looking at another leg on SHIB this year, potentially. I don't know how it's going to go. Do that, and if it is, it's going to set up, and then we have to make the decision. Flip the coin. Whale's going to go, number go up, or number go down. We got to watch it. But if it's got to go down, it's going to do this. Be slow and grind people out to a pulp, and we want to cut up top. If this loses the levels anywhere around here off of peak line, hairline, bart, we bart out. We hang out and we chill and we talk about good old days with the Shiba Inus. So transitioning over to, which probably I think is going to make a new segment. I'm going to do some Doppel bait. If you guys don't know Doppel, you guys should. He's one of the most OGs of Rainbow Trends outside of T. I think he might predate Doppel technically, but that's up for debate. But regardless, if you don't know Doppel, follow Doppel, please. Blow his account up. Been a huge fan of him since he had like 50 followers, and I've been trying to promote him, now dragging him out of the shadows, even in his hiatuses. And now he's over 2,000, so I love to see it. Blow him up, please. Send him DMs. Tag him on some really inappropriate stuff that you think will annoy him. He loves it. Loves it. He'll act pissed. He will. And speaking of pissed, Doppel, I don't know if we're going to talk Doppel bait. We definitely are. This is going to be the Doppel bait segment of the show. Trump and Biden debate before the election. Polymarket still shows it as a 91% chance. I don't think Trump's going to debate in handcuffs. I'm just throwing that out there. Maybe the judge will let him out of jail if he actually gets the 34 convictions. If that's the case, are we talking free money here? Should we say no? Should we say no to this? I'm serious. Out of all the other tickers that have responded to the news of the court conviction, this one's not really responding. Maybe this is free money. Maybe it's free money. I don't know, Nexus. I don't know. Maybe we should short this. Maybe we should vote no. Maybe. I just bring that up. Zoom call. Now, that will be something to look at on the stuff to see if they'll accept a digital thing. So speaking of Doppelbait, if you don't know, this is what an actual Linux user looks like when he's opening Google Chrome. You know, just putting that out there for Doppel as well as my guy Freeman. And I saw some guys tagging Freeman without me telling him to tag him. So I was very happy because it's a good guy to tag. And if we're speaking of markets in general, the top finance app in Google Play is a Phantom wallet, is a crypto wallet. So if this was the all-time high and the markets are over and we all go back to like $10,000 Bitcoin or worse, there were signs. Remember when like Coinbase hit the top app in the Apple Store and Google Store, and then the markets proceeded to crash to infinity zero? Yeah, that happened. And now there's kind of some signs here. So anyway, another thing I want to bring up, if you guys don't remember, a while back, BlackRock launched a digital asset fund and deposited $100 million worth of USDC on the Ethereum network. And this was big news, real big news, but I've seen a lot of people start talking about some inappropriate stuff. I say inappropriate. Talking more along the lines of people are misrepresenting the data. If you guys don't know, BlackRock hasn't bought thousands of shitcoins. They haven't. But people are reporting, hey, look, BlackRock's buying. A lot of transactions are showing up on their wallet with some really interesting tokens if you go look at them. The reason I bring this up, BlackRock probably is going to be messing with a lot of stuff on Ethereum, especially after the Ethereum ETF approval. Shout out Vitalik. But the point is these Ethereum addresses are known. People can look at them. Anybody with a wallet can send BlackRock a token. So, what that means is a lot of people start sending tokens to a public known address, and they make it look like, oh my God, BlackRock is actually buying this crazy obscure shitcoin that's crazy. Why we need to buy this? And then people will take screenshots of the transaction, post it on crypto Twitter, and be like, oh my God, BlackRock's buying this meme coin. And truth be told, it's not the case. People are sending it and then maliciously screenshotting it and then portraying it like BlackRock's actually buying obscure base tokens or whatever, bondos or whatever, hondos, whatever Trippy Red was promoting earlier this week. It's not the case. So just don't fall for that trap. I say it because I've seen some pretty like big accounts like posting stuff like that. And I was like, no, they're not buying meme coins right now. Like that's not a thing. I think there was even a base. There was a base built token called BlackRock, and they sent like their token to the thing, and then said BlackRock was actually buying BlackRock, and that's likely not the case. Not that this is financial advice. So anyway, with all that being said, it's 8:46. If you guys have some quick charts, we will do that. Otherwise, I'm gonna fire this thing up. And head over to the Rainbow Trends Discord, where we will open it up to an open mic. If you guys want to talk court legal cases all night, we totally can. Or if you guys want to talk Fallout movie series, it's all good. Regardless, great old time. This is what they typically look like in the Discord. So definitely go join the Discord. No paywalls. Great alpha. Love those dudes there. Great tribe. But anyway, I actually kind of want to see what pumped today because there's been some crazy stuff in the. I was actually getting alerts on the Rainbow Trends Discord that my guys were talking Jasmy more than usual, and I looked into Jasmy, and this was the Jasmy chart. So if you talk about what I want to see, shout out Playmaker, shout out Jarman, and then was it Mim who had it? 1 million Jasmy today. It's crazy. Let me pull off the golden pocket real quick. So, broadly speaking, Jasmy is doing the next leg up that I want to see Shib do, and I think Shib is going to do, but this is what it looks like. Volume, 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 curling up. This is where we do the stereotypical meme coin rotation. This is the setup. It pumps and then chops. And then you don't know. You don't know. You don't. Up, down. There's no other coin toss. And it bleeds back to the base, or it pumps up for another leg, and then it repeats, right? And then it'll go sideways again. And then, like I said, it's the same decision tree, up, down, but it can go, or it'll just die. One other way. But it's looking like Jasmy's doing it. And our guys got some crazy gains on Jasmy this week, so it's really cool. Let me remove my drawings. So that's what we're looking back with a lot of the tools turned off. Pretty cool, not gonna lie. This coin has risen like a phoenix from Arizona. If that's the bottom, that's pretty cool. And that's some big percentages, but my God, did you have to have the stones to long it down there at 0.2 of a cent, 0.3 of a cent, and ride it all the way up to 3 cents. That's a 10x. It's crazy. But look at the volume profile. Brr, it's crazy. Crazy. Let me check render real quick because every time we talk NVIDIA, render's my proxy to that, and I kind of want to look at it. This is one of those tokens I really like. Yeah, kind of going sideways. RJ from Twitch says, I have a question. Is the BTC halving over? Will there be another? Will there be more crypto bull runs? I legit don't know. Will there be 10 years, etc.? What's up, Esk? We covered you in the very beginning in heavy detail, specifically to Esk. There's... I don't know if there's halvings indefinitely. There is a point in the timeline where there is no more Bitcoin and all 21 million have been mined. We're going to be dead by then. We're talking about like our grandchildren or maybe our great grandchildren. I think it's like 100 years out. There's going to be no more Bitcoin, but there will still be miners to mine the transaction fees, and it's set up to pay them accordingly, and they'll be fine. But every 4 years, or is it 4 years, there's a halving cycle based on block counts, and the block counts, each block is meant for 10 minutes per block. So you extrapolate that, it's about 4 years, give or take a month or two, 3, whatever. So there's going to be halvings. There will be halvings in the future for sure. And that'll keep happening. So right now it's I think it's 3.25 per block. Regardless, prior to the halving, it was 900 Bitcoin per day was being mined, and currently right now post halving is 450. So then after the next halving, which is 2028, 2029 ish time frame, they'll be making 250 Bitcoin per day, which is not a lot. Like 450 days is not a lot. Like what's hold on, let me grab a calculator. Standby. So we're doing 450. Price is like what, 69,000. So they're only making like 31 million Bitcoin a day right now. And like Fidelity alone ate $100 million worth of Bitcoin. So Fidelity alone today ate 3 times the amount of Bitcoin that were freshly mined. We go to 250 a day. at this price, it's only like $17 million worth of Bitcoin, but I can't imagine what the price is of Bitcoin in like 4 years. I imagine it's well north of 6 digits. So anyway, Esk just reported he's currently under the sink fishing his dishwasher. That sucks. Well, good luck with that, fam. I hope it's in the first like quarter of the stream. But anyway, like I said, I'm gonna log off. I'm gonna go hop on the Rainbow Trends roundtable discussion. Hope to see you guys there. If you got any questions, shoot me a DM. We answer all DMs that aren't scammy. And then I do have a secret project coming that I'm very excited to announce, but I'm not gonna announce it today. It's very hush hush. May or may not involve octopus. So I'll talk to you guys later. Much love. Like I said, we do all these videos and stuff for free. So please like, comment, subscribe on the YouTube or anywhere else you're following this. It's much appreciated and greatly helps us with the algos. I hate video editing. So those little comments, likes, subscribes really add up. So anyway, appreciate you guys. I will talk to you.